Welcome to your semester review. This video will cover number 26 to 44. On number 26, it says simplify your answers. It should only contain positive exponents, okay? So if I were you, I would try to multiply all my coefficients together first. So 3 times 4 is 12. And when you multiply, you are going to add your bases. So you have a u. Negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. Keep in mind there's more than one way to work every one of these problems. And then you have your v. Negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2. Notice you have a negative exponent, so you need to complete your work. So I'm going to draw my division line. This is like over 1. 12 is to the first power, so 12 is going to stay. U to the negative 4, notice it's a negative. I want it to make it a positive, so I will bring it down to the denominator. And my v stays where it is. Your variables are listed once, your coefficient is listed once, and there's your solution for number 26. Number 27, okay? If you will notice, this square goes to both of these, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify. So you have h. 3 times 2 is 6. Notice the parentheses. J to the first becomes j squared. H to the fourth. You could have combined these first if you want to, but I will do that later. More than one way to work every problem. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? And then you got your h here. So I'm going to go ahead and combine these guys. So h, 1 minus 1 is 0. And then you have your j. So I'm going to mark it off as I'm doing it. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Okay? And you have your k. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now continue with the math. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. So I'm going to mark that off. H to the 6 times h to the 4th is h to the 10th. J squared. Draw my division line. There's my 4. J to the negative 2. Move up to the numerator, make it positive. And k to the 7th, stay. Notice I still have this listed twice. I need to combine them. Draw your line. So h to the 10th, j to the 4th, 2 plus 2 is 4, to the 4, k to the 7th. Variables are listed once. They're all positive. And there's my coefficient. You are finished. Okay. Number 28. At this moment, you can't add or subtract because they don't have like can. However, the index is the same, so you always want to see if you can simplify them first. So factors of 8, 4 and 2, 2 and 2. 2 of a kind, so this 2 comes out. There's a 1 here, okay, with a 2 left over. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 with a 2 left over. Factors of 2 is just 2 and 1. Can't do anything with that. Bring it down, okay? Factors of 27, 9 and 3. Factors of 9, 3 and 3. 2 of a kind. 3 times 1 is negative 3 with the square root of 3 left over. These two are like terms, so I'm going to combine them. What's negative 2 plus 3? That leaves you 1, square root of 2. Bring down your negative 3, square roots of 3. You don't have to write that 1, so you answer square root of 2 minus square root of minus 3 times the square root of 3. Not alike, cannot combine the two. Okay? Number 29. Okay? Excuse me. Remove that. 29, you are multiplying. There's a 1 here. So 1 times 5 is 5. Square root of 15 times square root of 2 is square root of 30. Okay? 1 times negative 3 is 3. Square root of 15 times square root of 5 is square root of 75. You have to simplify. Factors of 30. 3 and 10. 2 and 5. No 2 of a kind, so I have to keep this like I have it. Factors of 75. 25 and 3, factors of 25, 5 and 5. 2 of a kind, 5 comes out, so minus 15 with a 3 left over. Not like terms. Cannot combine them. There's your final solution for number 29. Number 30. Here you have a binomial times a binomial, so you will multiply first term times all of that, just like so. Remember, there's a 1 here. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is just 5. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4 with the square root of 5 carry over, okay? Then the second term times all of the second root. So negative 1 times negative 3 is plus 3, square root of 5 carry over. Negative 1 times negative 4 is plus 4. Combine your like terms. This here comes out to be negative 15. So what is negative 15 plus 4? Negative 9. Negative 4 plus 3 minus 1. Don't have to write square root of 5. Can you make it any smaller? Nope. That's your final answer. Number 31. Okay. 31, same concept. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Square root of 3 carry over. Same thing right here. Negative times negative is positive. Square root of 3 carry over. Negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. This comes out to be negative 30. So negative 30 plus 5 is negative 25. Like terms, minus 5 square roots of 3. Cannot combine these guys. There's your final answer. Number 32. Now there's different ways you can work this problem. Okay, it's all up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to rationalize it and take it from there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 20. So what you have is 3. What is 20 times square root of 20 times square root of 20? Just 20. And now you have 18 times 20. So 18 times 20 is 360. Okay? So I'm going to come over here and see if I can simplify that some more. Factors of 360 is 36 and 10. 6 and 6, 2 and 5. Like terms. So this is the same thing as plus or minus 6, square root of 10, because 5 times 2 is 10. All of that over 3 times 20, which is 60. Simplify, you're done with your radical. Just bring it on down. What is 6 over 60? 6 divided by 6 is 1. 60 divided by 6 is 10. So your final answer is plus or minus square root of 10 over 10. When you take a square root something, you always have a plus or a minus. Keep that in mind. Number 33. We are to find keyword here, all real roots. Okay? So, say you have a fourth root, an even root with a negative 4. Since we're looking for a real root, this is a no solution because the answer is actually, well, that's as low as it's going to go. So, unless it was a square. If this had been a square and this was a negative 4, this would have been a plus or minus 2i. So keep that in mind for an even root. Okay? All right. Number 33. You are looking for 6 of a kind. So start breaking down your 4096. And you need 6 of them. So 4096 divided by 4 is 4, 1024. Divided by 4 is 4 and 2, 56. Divide by 4 is 4 and 64. Divide by 4. It's the same as 4 times 16, and 4 and 4. You're looking for 6 of a kind, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing left over, so this is the same thing as 4. Plus or minus 4. If you really want to be correct, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you on a calculator just in case for future reference. You can type in 6, let me clear that. Oh, I can't show it very well. Okay. You type in 6, hit math. You see number 5 right there? Hit 5. That's going to give you the roots of 6, and you can go 4096. Oh, I typed it wrong. Let me type it again. Okay, 4096. So let me delete that. See how it comes out to be a 4. So there you go. All right, number 34. You can have a negative underneath the radical if you have an odd root. That negative is just going to come out as a negative, okay? So let's look at factors of 729. I want to start dividing that by 3. So 3 and 2, 43. See, it's an odd number. Divide by 3, 3 and 81. I'm looking for 3 of a kind. Factors of 81, 9 and 9. Factors of 9, 3 and 3, 3 and 3. All these are prime numbers. I'm looking for 3 of a kind. 1, 2, 3. Do you have another set? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So what's negative 3 times 3? Solution is negative 9. And it's not going to be a plus or minus because your root is odd. Number 35. On 35, we are looking for a square root. Okay? So square root of 64, that's the same as 8 and 8. Now if you want to keep breaking down, you sure can, but I'm not going to. So you have 8 with nothing left over. You've got 6 x's, groups of 2, 1, 2, 3, so x to the third. You've got 14 y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many groups of y's do you have? 7. Nothing left under, so there's your solution. And if you want to be technical, you can say plus or minus, but I'm okay with this. Number 36, fifth root, 5 of a kind. Okay, so here we go. Factors of 32, 2 and 16. Factors of 16, 2 and 8. Factors of 8, 2 and 4. Factors of 4, 2 and 2. 5 of a kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With nothing left over. X to the 20. 20 divided by 4. So how many groups do I have? Divided by 5. I'm sorry. How many groups do I have? 4 of them. Look at your Y. 35 divided by 5. How many groups? 7. And your Z, 2. Nothing left at home. No radical sign. Okay. 37. Alrighty. This time I have a decimal. You might want to rewrite that without the decimal. So this is the same thing as a cube root of 27 over 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros. Okay. What is a cube root of 27? Look, use your sheet. Cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 1,000 is 10. Cannot simplify it anymore. There's your final answer. Number 38. All right. 5 of a kind. Factors of 64. 8 and 8. 2 and 4. 2 and 2. Same thing. 4 and 2. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am looking for 5 of a kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a 2 left over. Okay, so you can come over here, draw your radical sign, don't forget your root. I have groups of 2 came out with a 2 left over. Look at your x. X to the 8th. 5 goes into 8 how many times? Just 1 with 3 left over. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just wanted to show you there's 5 of a kind with 3 left over. Y. You don't even have enough to bring it out, so y stays under. And look at your z. 5 goes into 16 3 times with 1 left over. So there's your final solution for number 38. And if you need to write it out like this, please do. But don't miss it just because, and don't forget your root. Very important. If you don't write that root, it's considered a square. Okay. All right. Number 39, you are to write it in radical form. This is your A, this is your B, okay? Remember, it goes A to the B, So you have x to the a, there's your radical, your b is your root. So keep that in mind. So you got a 4, okay, to the 4th power, cube root of 3. You have to finish this. What is 4 to the 4th power? Comes out to be 256. What is a cube root of 256? Look at your paper. And that comes out to be, cube root, not a perfect number. So we need to finish it, okay? Alrighty, so we need to break it down. Factors of 256 divided by 3. Divided by 2, let's try that. 2 and 1, 28. Divided by 4. 4 and 32. 4 and 8. 4 and 2, okay? 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. But you really didn't have to break it all the way down. 3 of a kind. 1, 2, 3. So there's a 2. 1, 2, 3. There's another 2. And you have this 2 left over. So your final solution is 2 times 2, which is 4. A cube root of 2 times 2, which is 4. You need to always simplify, okay? Number 40. You have a negative. Got to get rid of it. So this is the same thing as 1 over 6 to the 1/3. Write it in radical form. So you have 1. Radicand is a 6 to the 1st power, cube root of 3. Can't simplify that anymore. And there's your final answer. Okay. On number 41, you are to rewrite it in exponential form. So this is the same thing as 1 over 3, 1 to the 4th. Notice how this is on the denominator. We got to rearrange it and make it 3 to the negative 1 over 4. Write it as simplified as you can. You can leave it just like that. 42. The base is a 3 to the 7th power with a root of 5. Okay? You want it in exponential form, so there you go. Number 43, you are to simplify. So here you have 1,000 to the 4th power with a cube root of 3. So let's see what you got. 1,000 to the 4th power, okay? Take a cube root of that. And you guys see this A and S button down here? You can type that in if you want to. Second answer. That means it's going to type this one right here and hit enter. And that is the same thing as, how many zeros is that? 6 zeros. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just like that. I want to check that real quick just to make sure. Let me see, 4 divided by 3. Okay, let me check my work real quick. So it's 1,000 to the 4th power. All right. And I'm going, I took a square root. My apologies. I need to take math. It's a cube root, so it's a 4th. There we go. That comes out to be 10,000. And your answer is 10,000. My apologies. Okay? I took a square root instead of a 4th root. Number 44. Here we go. 25 to the 3rd with a square root. Okay? 25 to the 3rd power, which comes out to be 15625. Take a square root of that, 15625, and that comes out to be 125. Oops, let me move it over. My apologies. 25 to the 3rd power, a square root of it, okay. 25 to the 3rd is 15625. Take a square root and comes out to be 125. Good luck on your tests, okay?